This is exactly right.
All right.
And
hello.
Begin.
Hi.
Welcome
to my favorite murder,
the Minisode
of our podcast.
It's a smaller version of the podcast. It's easier to carry around. It's lighter,
compact,
better on your lower back.
And we don't have to do any homework for it.
That's what we like about a Minisode.
We don't have to do hours and hours of research, which we love doing.
No.
But more than once a week would not be. Oh, no.
No, that was a no in agreement. Sometimes I agree with you so much I have to say no first. Like, no, it's shut everything down because that's exactly right.
No, you're right.
No, you're exactly right.
Yeah. Don't even finish your sentence.
Just stop because you're right. No, this is a joy, comparatively speaking.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like we're communicating with the listeners. They're telling us shit they want to talk about.
Right.
It's not all us hogging the conversation.
We can prove that we know how to read, that we're literate by reading emails.
You know, and I'm sure you already knew this about me before I'd say it, but I was the kid in class that would always raise my hand to read, and I loved reading aloud in class. It was the only thing that brought me joy in school.
Karen, can we let someone else read aloud?
Except for that, they're so bad at it. Like, it drove me crazy when people would read out loud. It'd be like,
me too.
Where it's like, just read the fucking sentence.
Yeah, or they wouldn't say the punctuation was a question, and so that at the end they'd realize it was a question. Like they would.
You know, I should have taught a cold reading class. That's really, I think, where my passion lies.
I think I'm pretty bad at reading aloud, so it's not my favorite.
Oh, that's not true.
This has helped me tremendously.
This is the best training you could ever have.
That's the only reason I started this podcast with you, is to be able to learn how to read aloud better.
So that you could then go on to be a news radio host?
That's all I've ever wanted.
You'd be very good at it.
So we're reading your emails.
Out of the White House today.
But I am going to say, actually, out of the White House.
Instead of that ticker tape sound, or not ticker tape, whatever that sound is.
Yeah, that one.
It's
because all they want to do is read about shit that's going on in the White House today.
Oh, fuck. Did you see the thing where they arrested a White House worker who was on the lam for attempted murder?
No.
I just retweeted it like an hour ago.
Donald Trump?
It could be him. They didn't specify. Alleged.
Melania.
Poor Melania.
Is she?
All right, you want to hear this one?
Yeah.
The subject line is, I got a present from the murderer at my workplace.
Love it.
Hello, Georgia, Karen, Stephen, and the furry family.
I can take it.
Okay. A few years ago, I moved away and started a job at a new workplace. All pretty normal until one day a drop-dead gorgeous man walked through the doors and we all swooned. We found out that he was new to the area, single, and he had an accent like caramel. I say caramel, but she spelled it caramel. I used to flirt with him every damn day in the kitchen, of course, pretending to be interested in his healthy eating habits.
What is more fascinating than someone's healthy eating habits?
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you saying you microwave that broccoli? That's crazy.
I'm fascinated by someone's unhealthy eating habits.
Yeah, that's
not
exactly
their
right.
Healthy ones.
It's like, I noticed that you have a bag of cold Jack in the Box in your desk. I'd love to talk to you about it.
I want to know about your life because I bet it's fun.
I want to fucking party with you, Dan.
I absolutely do. Dan.
Okay, so healthy eating habits. And one day he came in with some special tea for me because I explained the day before that I'd had trouble sleeping. It was only then that I noticed that he was a little bit strange. It didn't feel like a gift. It felt like he was trying to buy something from me, but I had no idea what. And just put it down to me being a paranoid weirdo and suspicious of every fucking nice thing anyone does.
Good for you.
I wasn't wrong. A few months later, I left the company and quote unquote Pete came to my leaving drinks. We exchanged numbers and agreed to keep in touch. We didn't. My friend from the company, Tim, called me a few months later and asked if I was sitting down and still in touch with Pete, to which I replied yes and no, respectively. I've always wanted to say that. Is
that from you or in the letter?
It's the letter.
I love it.
but I dropped my voice because it was in parentheses.
That's good.
I'm really acting it up.
I get it.
He then went on to send me an article link that explained how this hot, mysterious guy at the office had killed a child in his hometown, moved away, and changed his name. Even creepier, they only found out because he'd been telling one of the younger girls at the office that he was a model, and she Googled his name.
What?
It turns out it was a huge case back in his hometown with plenty of mysterious twists and turns, but he confessed to, quote, accidentally murdering the victim. In parentheses, he found time to dispose of the body afterwards, however, and was jailed for manslaughter. Upon his release, he swiftly moved away, changed his name, and ended up at my workplace, where he remains now.
No, child killers shouldn't be let out of jail ever.
Yeah, that doesn't...
They don't get to have healthy eating habits. They get to have prison eating habits.
Now, I just want to call... Okay, and then it says... I really like this line. Okay. If he looks good, but you feel weird, you're on to something.
A fucking
SSDGM or accept tea bags from convicts. B. I love that. That is...
never trust a beautiful person.
Please be careful of beautiful people.
Effortlessly beautiful is... They don't put effort into anything.
They don't understand how life really works.
No.
And so because of that, they'll kill you.
Lesson learned. And that's all we're here to do is teach you shit.
Is teach you who to avoid. So far, it's everybody and everything.
Okay. This is called Body Found at the Ski Lift After 2 Years.
Shit.
No intro.
Okay.
This is a story from Utah where we have the greatest snow on earth and lots of people come here to ski and snowboard. Originally, these events were kept quiet and the media was not informed. Everyone involved signed non-disclosure agreements until someone I share a murderino obsession with revealed everything.
It sounded like what they're saying is they signed non-disclosure agreements about skiing. Like, if you ski, it is a secret.
I mean, it's true. I don't know anyone who skis. That can't be possible.
It's just rich people.
Outside of Provo, there are several popular ski resorts with the freshest powder in this hemisphere. In 2014, at the smallest of these ski resorts, had an international skier go missing from the group, and a search party was launched. After several days and several blizzards spent scouring the back trails, assuming that the skier had ventured off the main slopes, search and rescue called off the effort. Everyone thought the skier had simply walked off the resort, caught their flight back to their home country, and everything was fine, as the skier's party had stopped communicating with authorities. So no one was like, this person's still missing, I think is what they mean.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you gotta have one of those people calling long distance international calls.
Yeah. Also, if your job is to find someone who's missing and then you just suddenly decide they probably flew home.
They probably went home.
You should you should do a different job. Maybe be a travel agent.
A great idea. Come spring, all the snow melted, and guess what?
What?
No body. It wasn't until, all caps, 2 fucking years later that they found the body cradled in a blue spruce tree within spitting distance of the ski lift. I think this means he fell from the ski lift into the tree.
Maybe.
Thousands of people skied and boarded right underneath the body with no idea. I keep wondering if I ever boarded down that trail during those 2 seasons, and I'm sure I did. In all that time, no one noticed the bright jacket, the reflective goggles, or the person's skis hanging in the tree, because all along each side of the lift, the trees are full of bras, panties, and Mardi Gras beads from people who don't need underwear when they ski lift or have sex on the ski lifts or whatever.
Jesus Christ.
Is that true? That sounds dangerous.
They're doing whatever they want up there on those ski lifts. I believe it.
Keep your underwear on when you're on a ski lift.
It's so cold.
It's so cold. Because it was so unbelievable that no one noticed or smelled the body for 2 fucking years, again in all caps, the resort shelled out epic amounts of money and unleashed the lawyers to hush up what happened. Clearly that worked. Now, whenever I go boarding and get up on that lift up past those trees with the bras and beads, I search for bones, because if they lost one person that close to a hot chocolate stand, who knows how many other people are hanging dead in the Mardi Gras trees.
Fuck.
Thanks so much for making this podcast. I've made so many friends and found my people because of you guys. Love you all, and don't get lost at the ski resort. Love, Mickey.
Shit, Mickey.
Mickey, he fell. How did he fall out of those things always scared the shit out of me.
A ski lift?
I'm never going skiing again in my life.
It's the fucking worst.
I'm fine with it.
I hate it so much.
Like, why would I ever do that?
It's not for us.
No.
It's for Norwegian people. That makes me think of my friend Alicia Gonzalez, who I love the most. And this was back when we lived in Sacramento, and some guy invited her to go to Tahoe for the weekend. And she yelled on the phone. I was in the room with her. She yelled on the phone, "I don't ski. I'm not white." And it was so hilarious.
I love that I married someone who will never ask me if I want to go skiing.
Yeah.
He'll never ask me if I want to go for a hike or go skiing.
God bless that man.
Anything I don't want to do.
No, he likes all the coolest things to do.
He wants to do the shit I want to do, which is eat cold Jack in the Box.
Out of a bottom drawer.
Talk about it. Okay, you go.
Okay, this is good. The subject line is my serial killer grandam.
Oh, shit.
The weirdest thing that has ever happened to me. Again, no intro. Love it. So in 2004, 2005, I bought a used car, a 96 red Pontiac Grand Am. It was ugly and awful, and the radio had a short, but for $1,200, it was affordable.
Yes.
Fast forward 6 months, I get a call from the Oklahoma branch of the FBI.
Oh my God.
Saying, hey, we think your car was used in a crime and we need to see it. A week later, I'm sitting at my receptionist job waiting for the FBI to come take my car to wherever for whatever. Now to set the scene. I want you to imagine something from a porn. Two hot as fuck FBI agents walk into my office. I'm talking black suits, sunglasses indoors, tall, buff. FBI agents coming to talk to an 8-year-old receptionist, me.
8-year-old?
18, sorry.
Okay.
18-year-old.
Jesus, this is child labor.
This is okay. I'm literally drooling and smiling like an idiot. They flash badges and ask to talk somewhere private. Hell yeah, we can go somewhere private. I take them back to a back office. We all sit down. Sunglasses are removed. Quote, we would like to talk to you about your car currently in your possession. We ask that you please do not go to the media as this is an ongoing investigation, but we will tell you what we can about the situation. A year or so ago, a guy came home to his girlfriend crying. The guy's crying, and he tells her, I just killed a sex worker in the back seat of a car. The car registered to him at the time is your car.
Oh my God.
He also had an enclosed trailer that we've recovered. Evidence of blood was found in that, and we'll probably be removing the back seat of your car as evidence. We believe the man is responsible for killing several sex workers along the interstate between Arkansas and Oklahoma City. Then the second, thus far silent agent says, before we go, we need to know if you or anyone you know has ever bled in your car.
Oh my God.
Ick, right? Literally the weirdest question I've ever been asked in my life. No, sir. They took my car for 2 days, brought it back covered in luminol. The back seat was still there, so not sure about that. The carpet from the passenger side floorboard was removed. What? They asked for 2 quotes on cleaning the car. I sent them and received a direct deposit of $1,150.
Holy shit.
I still have no idea who the actual killer was or what happened. I never got my car cleaned and drove it for the next year with missing carpet and luminol residue.
No, I'm there with you.
Before upgrading. Silver lining, I guess the car only cost me $50 at the end of the day. Anyway, SSDGM, Ashley.
Oh my God. Ashley, have you not sent that in earlier?
Ashley, I can't stop smiling. There's everything about that is just like,
this is insane and horrible. Someone was murdered. It's awful.
It's terrible. But also it's just like, she's trying to get a junker car to get around.
Yeah.
She's just trying to get by.
Holy shit.
She doesn't want to be involved with the FBI, or does she want to be involved with it?
But the fact that she got like basically the same price that she paid for the car is banana.
Well, essentially because some horrible asshole killed women in the car, she got a free car.
It's insane.
But that car is absolutely haunted.
Haunted as fuck.
That is super haunted.
I couldn't drive that car.
Mm-mm.
All right.
That's the kind of car that would somehow start driving you into walls or like fucking Christine the shit out of you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
With America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh, you'll get easy, seasonal recipes and pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your door. All you have to do is cook and enjoy. HelloFresh makes cooking delicious meals at home a reality. From step-by-step recipes to pre-measured ingredients, you'll have everything you need to get a wow-worthy dinner on the table in about 30 minutes. Say goodbye to endless grocery store trips and takeout. HelloFresh has you covered. There's something for everyone, from family recipes to calorie smart and vegetarian, and fun menu series like Hall of Fame and craft burgers. HelloFresh has more 5-star recipes than any other meal kit, so you'll know you're getting something incredible. HelloFresh is flexible and it fits your lifestyle. Easily change your delivery days, food preferences, and skip a week whenever you need. Break out of your dinner rut and make deliciousness part of every week with HelloFresh. I love that even though HelloFresh is super easy and they make it really basic and like straightforward, you still feel like you're cooking this like incredible home cooked dinner. And that makes me feel good about myself. And that instead of just ordering takeout, I'm actually making something and preparing something at home. And that just, it feels good. So for $80 off your first month of HelloFresh, go to HelloFresh.com/murder80 and enter murder80. It's like receiving 8 meals for free only at HelloFresh.com/murder80, promo code murder80. Go buy.
This is called, all caps, Richard Speck's fucking house.
Uh-oh.
Again, no. Steven, did you take out the intros in any of these? Steven!
No.
Okay. There's no intro in this one.
I love it. People are just like, I don't want to be criticized by you. Let's just get to
I
it.
don't want to say hello wrong.
Yeah.
Because you're so judgy.
It's all wrong.
So I'm a college student at Grinnell College, probably saying that wrong, in small town Iowa. One of my teammates is from Monmouth, Illinois, and her childhood best friend lived in the house that Richard Speck lived in before he moved to Chicago and fucking slaughtered those 8 student nurses. Mm-hmm. My friend and her mom are really into spiritual stuff, going to graveyards with spirit sticks and communicating with the spirits.
What are spirit
in their
sticks?
houses and stuff. I don't know. Are they like are they like smudge sticks?
I don't know.
I wish my mom was, that'd be fun to bond with your mom over stuff like that.
That would make me feel very
I
insecure.
really don't bond with my mom over anything.
But you want to bond with your mom over cemeteries?
Just something like fun.
Oh, yeah.
Like a fun hobby.
Instead of fighting.
Yeah, instead of bonding over fighting.
Well, you're good at fighting, though.
We both like hamburgers and beer. There you go.
That's that.
And she told me, okay, so her friend, and she told me stories about hanging out in her friend's house that Speck used to live in. Okay, so there was an attic that they discovered in middle school. And of course, her friend Haley decided to turn it into a super cool, angsty hangout spot. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Once they started clearing out some of the old stuff in there, they discovered a bunch of old newspaper clippings and an old key. Since it was the coolest thing to do at the time, Haley took the key and put it on a chain and started wearing it around her neck. As soon as they started shuffling things around up there, weird shit started happening.
Yes.
At first, they'd hear just footsteps coming up the stairs, but then it got more aggressive and they'd hear loud running and shit throughout the house. It kept escalating until one day they literally heard someone pounding up the stairs and violently shaking the door handle to get in the attic.
Wow.
Attic. Don't get in the attic. My friend, being the spiritual connoisseur that she is, recognized that it was maybe getting dangerous and decided that she wasn't going to fuck with that shit anymore and told Haley she wouldn't hang out up there anymore. One night, Haley went to bed and took the key necklace off and put it on her bedside table. She woke up the next morning and the key had disappeared. After that, all the noises in the house stopped and there weren't any more issues. I don't know what kind of spirit it was in the house, but it makes me kind of excited to think that they were maybe being bothered by Richard Speck's salty ass spirit. He really doesn't deserve to have moved on to another realm. I like that reasoning. I usually hate all that sappy stuff people put in their hometowns, but for real, shouts out to you two for helping me realize that the tightness in my chest and feeling of impending doom is in fact anxiety. Fingers crossed I get to see you live one day. Also, shout out to Jillian for introducing me to your podcast, which we binge listened to as we traveled alone across Europe for spring break last year.
Yeah, girl.
Thankfully, we didn't get murdered, although we came close in Athens. SSDGM Sydney.
Oh, that was a good one. Well, you know what I was trying to picture is, I feel like the story was that key to something that Richard Speck had hidden away. And he's like, I need my key. And it's that.
It's my lockbox.
It's my lockbox of worse things than I already did already.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot Richard Speck could be keeping in a box that would freak you out more than him fucking just systematically
annihilating these poor nurses.
All these, I mean, God, that's a fucking... From doing that story, the one thing I remember most is how almost every cop that went into that apartment came out barfing.
Stop barfing at a crime scene, please.
It was, at least they did it out on the lawn.
When I think of the first thing I think about, or like scary thing that you would find in a box, or like fucked up thing, is just teeth. It's always just loose teeth. It's such a fucking jarring.
Yeah, and also that's common because people keep their children's baby teeth, which is weird.
I have my wisdom teeth.
Oh,
in my jewelry box.
are they big?
Yeah. And they're really yellow. Like, clearly I wasn't brushing too good
You
back
should
there.
start bleaching your wisdom teeth that aren't in your mouth anymore. Just to keep it all tight.
I'm whitening my teeth. But your teeth don't look whiter. No, not
What,
these
Vince?
ones. The other ones.
It's like by your bed, and he's like, I can't sleep. They're teeth with roots. Do you want to hear this last one? The subject line is high school forensic science teacher wanted by the FBI.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I have one last one too.
Okay.
We don't have, it's a good one.
There's so many good ones.
Yeah.
You guys
This
really...
one's lighthearted-ish.
Okay. Hi, everyone. This is not a murder, but it did involve the FBI and me saying fuck politeness and kind of cock-blocking his escape. Well, then great. You've justified your presence here. I grew up in a small town in northern Arizona. The school didn't offer much since we didn't have that many students or teachers.
Cool.
That's weird. They should set up whole systems where you get an education no matter
We
what.
should try that.
But my junior year, we got a new teacher who was teaching forensic science. Parentheses, one of the girls in that class ended up acting as a victim in an episode of Criminal Minds, which was pretty exciting.
Wow.
Awesome.
Taught her something.
Congratulations.
She did learn something.
Did she have to lay really still, or did they make a rubber doll of her body? Is my question. Is my first of many questions.
Sure.
Anyway, I signed up as soon as I could for the forensic science class. Day one, huge red flag. He tells us that he used to be a rodeo clown. His little desk area didn't have any pictures of him with other people, just framed pictures of himself dressed as a rodeo clown.
Whoa,
That is 19 red flags.
That's the creepiest thing I've ever heard.
He looked like a weird bald turtle. As opposed to those turtles with long, luxurious hair. He looked like a weird bald turtle with constant male camel toe. And
Whoa.
he had a slow southern drawl to his voice. But not the soothing storyteller kind. The creepy, I have something to hide and this may not be my real accent kind. That's very unnerving.
That's a great description.
Yeah, it really is good. There's a big difference between those two. The very first assignment we were given was this research project about Panama. We each had to research a certain thing like careers, the current housing market, the laws, all in Panama. Being like a total shithead that I was in high school, I raised my hand and said something like, yeah, I'm not doing that. That has nothing to do with solving a murder. I love it.
Amen.
And we got to do some fake CSI type things eventually, but he asked us to do a lot of random assignments that made me very suspicious of his intent behind them. So I refused to do anything that was not pertinent to forensic science, which eventually got me kicked out of class a week before the semester ended. Cut to the next semester and he's not at school. And a newspaper article comes out that he had a 24-count warrant out for his arrest from the FBI for things like embezzling, forgery, and theft. He stole a bunch of money from his ex-wife and disappeared back in 1998. He changed his name and moved around the country a bit before settling in my hometown.
Oh my God.
And the article said that the judge believed that he was a flight risk because he had attained citizenship to where? You guessed it, fucking Panama.
Oh my God.
Part of me kind of wished that he was wanted for something more interesting, but he was still a total scumbag. Thank you guys for being you and bringing so many people together. It's truly amazing. Stay sexy. Don't do research projects for wanted fugitives. Coco. I love you.
So good. All right. Can I do this last one?
I love the idea of raising your hand, but just going, yeah, I'm not doing that.
That sounds like a Karen.
It's the definition of my life.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm not doing that. A lot of times I won't say it though. I just won't do it.
I'm learning how to do that.
Right.
A creepy mortician. This is just about a creepy mortician. I
Right.
don't want to tell you what it is.
Okay.
Oh, okay. This is just says, all right, you guys.
Perfect.
I've been listening to MFM pretty much from the beginning when it was a big deal that 5,000 of us were in a group on Facebook.
Yay,
It was
hi.
a big deal.
It was such a big deal. Which still is.
Which makes the story even more embarrassing because I really should have known better. Last year, keep in mind, I'd been getting bi-weekly advice on how not to be murdered for a year at this point. I was in college and in between jobs and, well, desperate. I got the bright idea to look on Craigslist for house cleaning job postings to make some quick cash while waiting to hear back from one of the places I applied. Already a bad idea.
Very worried.
We had told you not to do that. Soon enough, I got a friendly response from a man named Rocky, who offered a good hourly rate to clean a small house once a week. The only part of this that was even slightly thought through since I was 20 and invincible is I used a fake name and email address.
No, nice.
Soon enough, Rocky started making some strange comments that raised suspicion and my curiosity. Things like mentioning he's in the, quote, healthcare profession. So if I see stethoscopes or other medical equipment around his house, that's why. Then, even before I set up a day and time for my first cleaning, he asked me if he could listen to my heart with his stethoscope.
Wow, no. The answer's no.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Not for
In an email, he
not
asked
for
that.
Haley.
He doesn't wait to face and somehow try to like.
So excited about this. It's like, yeah, I would have said yes if you had waited till at least we pretended I was doing this thing.
Yes, like, okay.
Yeah. Then he throws in this incentive for me. How would you like it if I just pay you $200 to listen to your heart for a few minutes and you don't have to clean anything?
Okay. This is making me so nervous.
I know, she's alive. It's okay.
I feel like I have to answer this email now.
No, you cannot. Don't do it. There's more.
No, I have to do it. I have to let him.
I immediately assumed this was a weird sexual thing and started trying to get more information about this guy. I love that she was like, and it wasn't like I stopped talking to him.
Yeah, exactly.
It was, I need more information. Eventually, I somehow found out through his Facebook, and found out he's a fucking mortician. Only in Florida, folks. Now, I have nothing against morticians, but if you're a mortician and you're at the point where you're wanting to pay a 20-year-old girl to listen to her heart, you might need some therapy.
If you're a vampire,
right.
Or if you're anything at all.
I'll try to wrap this story up. I ended up meeting with him in a fucking Walmart parking lot with a close friend that tried to talk me out of it in the car nearby watching. I sat in his car and he listened to my heart and stomach with a stethoscope for about 5 minutes. And I think I got like $300. Wait, the first time, and $200 the second time. What was wrong the second time?
No. Yeah, it wasn't the heart rate was too low.
To this day, I still don't understand why I would do it. I certainly was in a bad place, but goddamn, I didn't realize how little respect I had for myself. Honey, I don't think it's about that.
It's not that. It started off in a very decent business-like way.
And it was your curiosity that,
And you got convinced, and thank God. Here's the thing. We need the name of that friend that sat in that car.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the person you owe about $700 to right now.
Anyways, thanks for the years of entertainment and making me hate myself less for having, depression, anxiety, and dropping out of college. Yay!
The trifecta.
I'm actually doing really great now working as a paralegal with no student debt and a salaried job that doesn't make me miserable. You've helped me realize the importance of laughing at myself. Stay sexy and don't let creepy morticians listen to your heartbeat for money or else you might end up murdered in a Walmart dumpster. Haley.
It's just... Does Craigslist still exist? Like, do they still let people use that thing?
Question. I don't think they should.
Because it really brought out,
Yeah.
It was like the tide came up and went back out, and then it just, all the weirdest.
Everyone at a bus stop just started talking to
expressing themselves and offering $75 for shit.
And free dirt.
And that is that kind of thing of like, I'm so glad that she wasn't harmed. So glad it was only the thing it was. It then makes me obsess on how bizarre and lonely people are.
Yeah.
Where you would offer someone money and it's like, it all boils down to, I just need this one thing.
Well, you think
to
about
hear
Rocky.
A heartbeat.
He's a mortician. So all he does is work with dead bodies all day. So
yeah, but he knew that going in.
Yeah, but now he just wants to hear the beating of a heart.
Yeah, but how about you get a girlfriend?
Listen to her heart?
Or a boy, for whatever. Like, yeah, I think it's the solution. It's like, here's my solution. I'm going to make myself seem like the creepiest person in the world instead of getting over my fear of intimacy.
Right. Well, we all have a thing, and he's not hurting anyone, thankfully.
Well, I hope there's proof of that.
She just wrote it.
She got out.
Yeah.
I don't think she's the first person to respond.
It makes me sad. Rocky.
It's sad.
There's love for everyone.
It's so
sometimes.
specific.
That's not true.
No,
there's not
really
love for everyone.
It's not that true. It must be hard for a mortician. You probably smell like formaldehyde and stuff.
But man, I think a lot of our listeners would fucking love to date a mortician.
Seriously. If
Name
you are a
Rocky.
mortician out there and you're lonely, you might want to jump on that Facebook page.
Oh, absolutely. Do an AMA on that Facebook page. Hey, what's up? I'm a mortician and I'm not creepy.
Yeah. I'm
AMA?
actually kind of like into doing the thing that a lot of people don't like to do. That's my thing. I take care of business for people.
Yeah.
I do the hard stuff.
Make great fucking waffles.
I'm a waffle. They call me the waffle master. But I also like to listen to waffles with a stethoscope.
Anyway, come clean my house.
That's the problem I have.
Oh.
He was tricky about it. He was tricky about it. So it's like someone trying to get you into their house to then do...
Sure, if you had put up a Craigslist post that said, I need to listen to someone's heart for $200, it would have been fine.
Yeah. Bring a friend.
Amen.
It's all fine.
I'll do it in the public.
It's just a certain thing I have.
Sure.
Nowadays... I wonder if Rocky's discovered the ASMR videos on YouTube where I bet you there's fucking just straight up heartbeats.
Yes.
Or if stethoscoping was part of the appeal.
I wonder if Haley and Rocky fell in love and got married, and that's the part she's not telling us.
Oh my God. It's kind of like the movie Secretary.
Oh God. This movie is so problematic. Oh, well, we have fun here.
God damn it. I love these stories so much.
Would you please send us more?
Please send. If you have a Craigslist story that won't make us need to take a bleach bath, we would love to read it.
Oh, I would love oh my God, I can't believe how stupid I was.
Yeah, we love those ones.
And
those
I did this thing, but I survived and it's okay.
Yeah, it's
cautionary tale.
Cautionary tale. Because that's the other thing. Never again think about the fact that you did that, because we all do that.
Oh, yeah.
It's true. When you're in your 20s, you know a lot about life and you know fucking absolutely nothing about life. And you do things that, I mean, I can't even. Like, I would have showed up for that like 17 beers in and then been like, what's up, Rocky? Let's fucking stethoscope it up. And I mean, I can't even tell you. No shame, no shame.
No shame, except a little is fine.
Yeah, a touch of shame just to keep you from doing it again.
Keeping it real. Just keep it real with a little shame.
Keep the touch of shame so you keep your feet on the ground.
Touch of shame never hurt anyone. A fucking dude on Craigslist has. So please be careful.
We have proof of that.
Yeah.
There's proof of many.
There you go.
And mostly stay sexy.
Don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Elvis, you want a cookie? Want a cookie? Good boy.